like good food and a good bar to go with it. The Detroit Shipping Company didn't disappoint when Nolan, Stephen, and I stopped by for the show. On Peterborough, at the end of Midtown, it's a collection of eateries in a building made of shipping containers. Communal tables, an upstairs art gallery, live music, and his founding partner, John Hartzell, explains it all started as a drawing on a napkin. Tell me about the facility. Obviously, the shipping containers are so unique, and it really stands out on the street.
We originally started off with kind of just a hand-drawn picture of 5 rectangles on a napkin and said, what if we had an open-air concept with, food, drink, dessert, and entertainment? It kind of stemmed from date night with my wife. And we'd like to go and just get small bites at a bunch of places.
Yeah.
So it was like, how can we create something that gave us that element of different flavors and different tastes and an experience that you're constantly moving?
How would you go about finding the places, the food places, and the vendor chefs and whatnot?
So I think we actually received about 200 applications. My partner Jim, he works for Facebook, and so he's really good at targeting the market you're looking for to get response from. And so he was able to really find quality vendors on that level. And so he's in New York, I'm in Detroit. It was my job to taste a lot of food.
It's a terrible job,
It's a terrible job. But out of the 200, we probably did about 40 food tastings.
Yeah.
And from there, we probably had about 10 finalists. And it was just kind of putting together a mix of the right demographic and just a lot of layers, right? We wanted people who had business experience, had some staying power, understood how to run a kitchen, were financially strong enough that we didn't know with sharing a space like this how strong and how much sales would be for each person. We told a lot of the vendors that this isn't where you go to make $1 million, this is where you go to market and sell your business and create a name for yourself. And our hope is that you're here for a couple of years, you do well, then you go get a brick and mortar with this concept.
Mm-hmm. How have you found your business and kind of making your own spot for yourself in Midtown in this resurgence of this area?
Yeah, we're in an odd spot where we are right in the center of the two worlds colliding, of Midtown coming south and downtown going north. So we're probably 3 blocks away from all those lines. And Peterborough was the first restaurant to kind of put their flag here and open up and turn the lights on. Then Founders popped up and we popped up and we've created a nice niche here.
This is a community space and there's art here. There's just different, really, it's kind of a different vibe here. What have people been telling you?
Well, people love it, right? They love walking around and experiencing it. It goes from, again, that date night with my wife and I is that we don't want to dine sitting down anymore. I want to get up and I want to be engaged in the hour or two that I'm there at a business. So when you walk in, you go order your food, and while that's being made, you walk to the bar, you grab a drink. By the time you're done doing that, you haven't sat anywhere. Your food's ready. You grab your food, and a lot of it's handheld, easy food. So you can walk to the art gallery, or you can sit down if you want. But then when you're done, you can still be engaged by staying in the place, not just sitting and stagnant, but walk the art gallery, go outside. A lot of times there's live music outside. We did a beer fest last year that really was well received. I think we had about 12 different vendors out in the parking lot. There was a silent disco that happened outside, which was kind of fun to watch, especially when you don't have the headphones.
Yeah, and you're like, what's happening here?
Yeah. We have a t-shirt shop, a podcast studio, and things are kind of always active and something to do.